G'day guys and welcome. My name is Michael and I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer and welcome to Curse of the Crimson Throne, our Pathfinder 2nd edition adventure featuring these wonderful and amazing people who are my Patreons. They support the channel, they help me keep the lights on, and of course they get to play with me every single week on the channel in this wonderful game. Good morning guys, how we doing?
Good morning. Good
Good morning.
Excellent, wonderful to hear. I am ready for today's game in such a big way. Big welcome to, of course, everyone in chat. I hope that you guys are having a great morning. I can see some familiar faces there. I see McBluff, and I see Nixalotl. I see Karen. Of course, I see my players, and of course, the wonderful Calindria. Yay! It's so good to see everyone. It's always a good way to start the week, I think. Now, just so that we don't spend too much time on recaps and all this other jiggity-jaggedy, we are going to give a quick shout-out to our sponsors! Yay! Our sponsors are, of course, Hero Forge for the wonderful artworks you can see on screen, Fantasy Grounds for the VTT that we will be using for the course of today's game, and, of course, for Sirenscape for the wonderful music that you will hear that help the game immerse you into the world that I'm creating. Of course, before we get too far into all of that other stuff as well, let's find out about our players and the characters that we'll be enjoying today. Starting with, you know what, let's start in reverse order today. Let's go from the bottom of my screen here and start with Dante, being played by the incredible Rykon. G'day, mate.
Good day. Rykon playing Dante, the Kitsune Druid. Friggin' not catching a particular drug dealer.
Do you need a hand?
Apparently.
All right. Well, Dante, of course, the druid hunter from the outskirts of the city of Korvosa, who spends many of his days helping support people through his endeavors around the countryside, has recently lost an ally to the foils of drug abuse. It was this that drove Dante into seeking out Gadrin Lamb to put an end to the drug trafficking once and for all. However, unfortunately, during this little exchange, Dante missed an opportunity to find the true culprit of the drug trade, a small, unassuming gnome by the name of no, it's not Jacoby. I keep saying Jacoby. Jackagon.
Jackagon.
Yes. Very cool. Next up, we have, of course, Fido, being played by our wonderful friend Chad.
Hello. I am playing the character of Fido, as Mr. Dag did just say. I am an automaton over a couple thousand years old, having taken a couple 100 years rest, has recently woken up in the last 6 months and decided to see what life was like nowadays. So he made his way to Korvosa, and that's where he discovered, after meeting these folks, there was this very bad person who was abusing children with work area situation things. And so we ended up stopping that ring, and we've decided to kind of stick together from this point on, and that's where we leave off with Fido.
Indeed. Next up, of course, we have our investigator, Quinn, being played by the amazing Ire Janasi. Hi, Ire!
Hey, Michael. As you say, I am playing Quinn, native of Korvosa, and a gritty noir-style investigator, chasing down the villainous Gadrin Lamb successfully. And so I thought the campaign would be over in 3 sessions because we were victorious there, but no, Michael had something else in store for us.
That's crazy. Almost it was always planned. All right, and then, of course, last but certainly not least for today is none other than the role of Padrick, played by the wonderful Twiff.
Hey everyone, I am playing Padrig, a gunslinger who was disowned from his well-to-do, not quite noble family. When he was framed for murder by Gadrin Lamb, that cost him his spot at the Arcaneum Academy, where he was trained to be a wizard. It got him kicked out of his family because it turned out that he had been a half-elf his whole life. His mom had been hiding it. He can pass very well for a human, and his father, being not an elf, was particularly displeased about this. He has had his vengeance, finally, and there being no openings for the Dread Pirate Roberts, he's decided to stick with this party and see what's going on.
All right, very, very nice. Now, we do send, of course, our love to Malakisa, who plays the role of Holly, our roguish fairy, but she is unavailable today because she is feeling unwell. We hope that she has a speedy recovery and look forward to seeing her next time. All right, I think with that being said, all that leaves is you guys in our audience. Now, guys, as we play today's game, of course, we're going to invite you to play along with us. There are a number of ways you can affect the game through donations, which help support the channel, as well as do some fun, cool things. You have channel points, which, of course, are free, and you earn them from watching and joining us on raids. And, of course, if you wish to, however, put some monetary value to things, $5, you can get a hero point for the players or a jinx point for me. These can be used to give advantages to things or stave off death or petition the DM for stuff. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Currency for favors. For $10, you can grant a Wheel of Woe. This is kind of like a superhero point. You can do some pretty amazing things with this. It can also be a quick change in fate that suddenly swings things in or against a person's favor. $20, you can give someone the coveted golden natural 20, where they just get a natural 20. And for $50, you can create a boss buff to increase the difficulty of the encounter, or a magic item that gets dropped for my players, with, of course, their kindest thanks. And you know, if we can kind of like wiggle your username into the magic item, we try to as well.
Or get it used by the enemy.
Or get it used by the enemy. I mean, you know, all preferences to the donator, I guess. Also, hi Arthur Goddess, welcome in. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you all. All right. Well, without any further ado, let's say we kick this off, shall we?
All right.
Now, the night falls over the city of Korvosa. And while our heroes rest, tired, worn, and weary after their interactions with Gadrin Lamb, the outside, the streets begin to erupt. Flaming pitchforks, angry villagers, the sound of broken bottles, all heralded by the din ring of the cathedral bell. While our heroes have triumphed over an underworld boss, the city mourns the loss of a king. As the news spreads far and wide, it's about maybe 4 a.m. when you are awoken by the sound of an explosion in the streets. From your various houses and your domiciles, you look and you can see the explosion seems to have come from the same street as Zalara's house. Which of you are staying in that house at this present time?
I don't know. I probably, depending on how worn I was, because I was pretty beat up, I may have actually just stayed there rather than going back into my shitty apartment.
All right, not a problem. Quinn?
I think so as well.
Yep. Fido?
If there was anybody else that was staying there, I probably would have been hanging around outside, kind of crouching down outside the door and just watching everything, because being an automaton, I don't have to sleep. I do have to have that rest, but I'm completely conscious of everything going on all around me, so I'd be keeping an eye on what was going on.
Sure. All right. So you're out in the streets, like just like out in the elements.
Basically out in the elements, yeah. Kind of like leaning up against the wall right outside the front door of the house, if especially if Dante and or Holly are staying in there.
All right. Cold and shivering, your dog loyally sits next to you as you are outside.
Put my cloak up around them to kind of let them snuggle in.
They do
stay
so.
a little warm.
They do so. All right.
Okay.
Let me share the map with you real quick, and then share the map with our lovely audience. There we go. All right. Now, at the front of Zalara's house, there is the sudden screeching and crying of what looks to be a series of imps. The explosion has come from the rooftops as a fireball erupts from one of these imps' hands and launches towards what looks to be a tiny purple dragon. And Dante, you obviously can hear this.
Mm-hmm.
Has this woken us up?
Yeah, the explosion has definitely woken you up.
All right, I will make sure that I have my weapons, my armor, and head outside to investigate.
All right, what do the rest of you do?
After mumbling something about 5 more minutes.
Yeah. As mentioned,
Like,
as I mentioned, it's about 4 a.m., so it is still very early.
I struggle up and do the same.
All right.
I am drawing my bow. Ooh.
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 All right, so these are the imps, and these are the very tiny dragons.
I do need to ask one question.
Ask away.
I know we had some downtime. Would I have had enough time to have crafted some more bullets?
Some more bullets? Sure, I have no problem with that. Given that you've got about 6 hours, let's say with the resources you could craft.
Yeah, and I do have munitions
bullets.
crafter. Oh, okay, excellent. That's good for me.
All right. So stepping out into the streets, the first thing you see is obviously Fido, who has their longbow out. The streets, the skies appear to be just covered with these creatures. Absolutely covered with these dragons and these imps. And these ones just happen to be close to your house.
I start shouting out, "To arms! We're under attack! The city is under attack!" And you mentioned the imps look like they're fighting the mini purple dragons.
Mm-hmm. That is exactly what it looks like. And I guess we will fly into glorious battle.
Battle.
All right. So, as you guys are simply rushing out at them, I will be rolling the initiative off perception today. So, Fido, you're up first.
All right.
Oh, crap, those rolls.
Good
Some
stuff.
good rolls.
Them's the good one. Okay. Boom. Well, feeling that I don't know which one to attack. They're strictly fighting with each other? Do any of them look like they're trying to harm any civilians on the streets or anything of that nature?
Nope. It is almost an entirely airborne battle at the moment between these creatures high in the sky.
All right, so I think what I will do, instead of attacking any of them, if I can, I'm going to kind of run out over to here and see if there's happens to be anybody in the streets to try to tell them to go inside, or I'll be shouting, stay inside, of people like opening up the doors, that kind of thing, to make sure that people are not in the way of getting blasted by fireballs.
Nope, it is 4 a.m. And these fireballs, by the way, they're not. It's more like a 1d6 kind of, you know.
Gotcha.
And no one's out in the streets. 4 a.m.
But I am keeping ready in case anything attacks me or any of my friends that are coming out.
Very well. Quinn.
Having made it outside yet? Can we say that?
Yep. You open the door. You're the first one to come out, and you see Fido in the middle of the street.
Can I ascertain what's going on? Do I look like I care whether or not one wins over the other? Or are they both dangerous?
I think that's more of a personal question, so I can't really answer that one. I mean, you know that imps are devils, and you know that house drakes are kind of the opposite of them, I guess. That's why they don't get along. It's like cats and dogs.
All right. Then I guess I will take aim at this imp right here that's, I guess, scrambling across the rooftop. So
right.
I would like to, if I may, devise a stratagem. So, 1 second. All right.
All right. As you analyze it, you realize that you're not really in that advantageous a position with the imp at the top of the roof. Any kind of shot you take might be a little bit tricky. That's what your 5 will represent.
Then I'll just move forward a little bit and ready a shot for an available moment.
All right. You do so.
Thank you.
Next up is Dante.
Had to find the Zoom meeting in multiple pages. So I was like, Dante's gonna come out, ascertain what in the world is even going on. Seeing the imps, how to figure out which one I'm wanting to go for. You know what? He's gonna go for this one up on the rooftop over here with an electric arc.
All right. Electricity flies between your hands as you launch it up in its direction. All right, make your attack. Nice. Successful hit. Oh, no, just a saving throw. Never mind. Damn. All right, so he saves, and the electricity zaps onto him.
Might have been only half, but it was max damage.
Yeah, still, that'll count. Nice. All right. The electricity hits the imp, gaining its attention It looks down at Dante. All right, you do. So yeah, move action and then
one. Yeah.
Yep.
I had my move action, and then that took 2 actions.
Yep. Patrick, you're up next.
All right, Patrick is last. He had to find his coat. Make sure he's got all his stuff in there, and he's going to come out and take a look and see what's going on as he steps out. Ugh, imps. God, I hate these things. And I'm actually going to take a shot at not the one on the roof, but the one that is down the alley. Having noticed that Dante just zapped that one, leave that to him.
Mm-hmm.
I will draw my gun and fire at this guy.
Okay, nice. Do you need to drop it on the actual imp?
I thought I did.
I think you dropped it in chat. Oh no, you did. No, sorry, my apologies. I'm just not scrolling all the way down. All right. That is an 18 to hit the imp. That will hit as the pistol recoils and it strikes the imp square in the body.
All right. That's
nice. Your bullet only seems to partially affect it, as creatures of this nature tend to be resistant to mortal weapons, but it still manages to deal 3 points of damage.
Now, my arcane shot that I have because I'm a spell slinger, the way of the spell shot, that just gives that 1 elemental damage, but it doesn't make it a magic bullet, right? The energy
Correct.
shot. Okay, just making sure. All right. I will reload for my last action.
All right. You reload. All right. The imps then spring into action. No. More of them. No matter. The first imp begins to concentrate and uses diabolic healing on itself.
Ooh.
And its flesh begins to stitch and knit back together.
That's not going to save you next time.
It flies down towards Dante. And as it does, it goes, ha ha! And stabs you in the neck. Or tries to. It misses. No, wait, what? What is that +1? That shouldn't be
You
a
hit.
+1.
You hit, from the looks of it, the -8.
Yeah, why did I have a -8? Let me try that again. I mean, that's better, but I don't know why that was a -8.
I don't either, and that was a critical.
Must have been from before. Okay, yes. So, I mean, I rolled a 15 to an 8. It does a, let's just do this fairly. So that does a 24. What's your AC?
17.
Okay, so going off the first roll, you do not suffer a critical hit.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll this again until it just gets rid of that crit for me. There you go. All right. So you are struck in the side of the neck by a stinger that deals 4 points of damage to you. And then you need to make a saving throw. Let's see how you go. And you save against the imp's poison and are not affected by it. Alright, as you... okay. You look at the creature. It is quite angry. Also, a very quick thank you to Found Family FTW, which, of course, is our dear friend Mac. Thank you so much for the donation. Let me know where you would like to put those. I kind of imagine I know what you want to do with them, but just to be sure, I think that Mac is going to be giving our last 2 players who don't have hero points a hero point. Yay! Bloody Z! Hi, Bloody! And hi, Aaron. Nice to see you guys. I'm gone for some minutes and people are getting poisoned. Yeah, that's how it works.
Not yet.
All right, speaking of how things work, boom, the second imp's turn. Okay. At this point, the tiny imp sort of smiles at what the first imp had said. Does anyone speak Infernal?
Let me check.
Infernal.
Sadly, because I have a base intelligence score, I don't get any extra languages.
I don't remember. I don't think I do, but I don't remember for sure. Is that on the first
Don't
page?
remember where my languages are.
Is that under abilities?
Notes. Top right.
Oh, okay.
someone- Infernal
I do
is-
not.
I speak Infernal.
Okay, Quinn, you know that he has told him to go feral and tear them up. As he says this, the other imp sort of smiles, and 2 of these large teeth from his lower jaw start to rise up and become these large points. He then goes onto all 4, and you watch as his tail slithers back into his body, and his wings kind of fold in and wrap around him. A thick mat of fur grows over their body as they transform into a wild boar.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Where more imps. Those are the worst kind.
Huh.
All right. So, as the boar, which, you know, heaven forbid I actually get a boar soundtrack or a boar noise.
Oh boy.
Oh, you don't want it to be too boring.
All
Sorry.
right.
I'm sorry. I could resist.
That joke was all about the tusk love.
Oh my god, please stop.
Never.
Amazing. Okay. Yeah, no boars. I'm sorry. I've let you down. I failed. All right. Anyway, the boar will charge.
How much?
Oh goody.
It'll charge
Oh,
40 foot towards Padrig
Rumch.
and attempt to gore you with its tusk. And that it will do. As it charges forward, the tusk digs deep into you, dealing 3 points of damage. As it squeals, hitting into your leg muscle. Ow. Alright, next up, the House Drakes. House Drake 1 flies over and uses a breath weapon on the pig. The breath weapon is a scintillating spray of colors, which stupefies that imp. The second House
If only I
Drake.
had a turn sooner.
The second House Drake rushes in and tries to bite, but will miss. It will try to bite a second time. It'll critically miss. Let's see.
Great. That means it's gonna bite me, doesn't it?
Oh no! You know what? It gets to have another try.
Aw, thank you.
I'd rather have it missed than critically miss.
Yeah.
It critically
That's
hits.
There we go.
Oh,
That's a
that is.
That's much better.
It's much better.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So it does triple damage as its jaws bite into it.
Is it just about to one-shot the boar?
Probably not, but you know, maybe. Who knows? Yes, yes, it is.
Jeez.
That's probably the best use of a reroll I've ever seen.
Well, hey, it's because I shot it first. That's why he was able to kill it.
Oh no, I've shuffled people. There we go. Done. No. There we go. All right, good. I don't know why it always shuffles me like that. Weird. All right. Anyway, yeah, that's that guy. Jesus. House Drake 3 is gonna come and try and stupefy this dude.
What the?
He will not, however, unfortunately. And that is all he can do. House Drake 4 will fly up here and will also try to stupefy him. Because why not? We don't want him to hurt our
This
friends.
poor imp.
Hey, there we go. All right, and stupefy. Done. All right, Fido, we're back up to you. The pseudo dragons
Right.
seem to be backing you up. They helped take out one of the imps. The second one is still kind of close by. He's kind of like shaking his fist, like, God damn it! Like that was actually pretty scary. Like, it killed that guy.
Gives me a better idea of what's going on. And we've it was shiitake mushrooms. The hunt prey is an action, correct?
Correct.
To use that. Okay. So I am going to target this imp over here and shoot at him. Shoot at him with the long of the bow.
All right.
Ooh.
That'll hit.
Nice.
And let's do the damage. Yay. That's 0. Nice. Good shot. All right, I'm going to shoot him again. Second attack. And it's a miss. And then the third one, I am going to, just in case it works out, I am going to mark him as hunted prey.
All right. He is marked as your prey. Quinn, we then move to you.
Excellent. I'm going to take aim at the little imp that's left.
Oh, natural 1 with a critical miss. You do
we
still
were
have
talking
a
about.
you do still have a hero point.
Oh, I'll use that, please.
Very well. You may use your hero point.
And
Done.
it's still like a first attack.
Yep.
Okay. Come on.
That is a critical miss.
Oh my god, it was one
I'm
better.
sorry I wasted that.
Oh, it happens. It happens.
So
Alright.
does it boomerang back into my eye or something?
Well, let's find out. What's pick a number between 1 to 5.
Oi, 3. Split
Not
baby.
back in your eye.
All right. As you are using a ranged attack, errant aim. Reroll the attack roll. Target the creature closest to the target that is not you. Which I believe would be
The
Dante.
Emperor Dante.
Yeah,
Drake.
me or the Drake.
Go, Dante, go.
Or K9. All right, so I'm going to get you to roll a d3.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm like looking for the D3 down here. We don't actually have that.
Well, roll a
D6
d6.
instead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
roll a d6. Unfortunately, that will hit Dante.
Oh, of course.
Because I went
I'm
with
sorry.
I went
If-
with one
if you hit my
being
AC.
one being K9, 2 being the Drake, and 3 being Dante.
I'm sorry,
It-
Dante.
If they may say hit my AC, because they do have to reroll.
Yeah, you do have to reroll the attack, so you might not even hit the AC.
Okay. It's the best roll, like.
Hey!
Wow.
Well, you missed. I mean, that's a good thing here.
That's a good thing, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have. Let's see. That's your second attack. No, that's your first attack. So you've still got 2 attacks, or 2 other things you can do.
I'm going to put my crossbow away, and I'm going to draw my short sword,
Okay. Very well.
and that'll be it.
Thank goodness you
all
don't
right.
have to worry about the
Mhm.
next card being that card again.
It's true. It's true. Dante, you're up.
Well, since it did so well, we're just gonna electric arc at it again.
All right, launch your electricity. Hey, natural 20. Hey,
Boom.
Bam.
hey, Dante. Roll it again.
Oh no.
You can negate it with a hero point if you want.
Well, it saved, so it took no damage.
Oh, did it? Oh,
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that's how that works. Never mind. I'm not gonna get that reroll. Yeah, so it'll take no damage.
Yeah. So instead, yeah, that's good.
All right,
Um,
cool. You got one more action, so you can like do a
I'm
little
gonna
dance.
Give.
Try and slap him.
I'm going to give guidance to Patrick.
Guidance to Padrick. All right, very nice. What do you say to Padrick?
Don't miss like Quinn has.
Wow, savage.
I mean, I almost did get hit by it.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Well, I will take those words to heart, and I will.
Well, before we get to that, now you have a pistol, don't you?
I do.
Cool.
I don't like that.
Okay. You find on your person, as you are rummaging around in your pockets, mysteriously, almost as if they appeared by pure magic, you find. Can you roll me a d20, please? You find 12. 12? 12.
I don't know. Is it 12?
12. You find 12 silver bullets.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Mhm.
I
Well done.
am going to take my first action and load my pistol up with the silver bullet first.
Yeah.
Those seem like they're going to be a lot more useful.
Mm-hmm. All right. Courtesy of McBluff, Avarian has given you insight, so you also know that all devils or devil-like creatures are resistant to physical attack, except physical attack done through silver.
Okay. That's that. We'll say that was my thoughtful reload, right? Because I can do that. Sort of knowledge check anywhere.
Your thoughtful
Right.
reload also lets you know that these creatures have the ability to self-heal, but they need to concentrate in order to do it. Meaning that if
Okay.
that means if you wanted to, what you could do is you could take a shot and then ready an action to shoot it if it were to try and concentrate to heal, which would allow
Okay.
your damage to come through before it heals, potentially, killing it.
All right. I will do exactly what you just said, right there.
All right. So,
I got a silver bullet. I'm gonna shoot him.
all right, make your attack. Ooh, that is a
Okay.
miss. You do have a hero point.
Hold on. I said not to miss.
You did. So you know what? I'll use. The
No,
hero
no.
point
I
because-
Well,
gave you
well-
inspiration.
Yep, Raikon just gave you inspiration. You can have another roll.
Oh, okay.
Go for it.
All right.
That is a critical miss.
hero
Well, now you
point.
have to use the
Now you can use the hero point. All right, there you go. Okay, hero point's been used. Go
All
for
right.
it. Third time's the charm. Let's see it. That's a hit. That's a hit.
It
That'll
is the
take
charm. Woohoo.
It is. Oh, wow.
it. It was the ugliest shot you've ever made, but you make it.
I'm trying to, make sure I don't hit any of the people flanking or the dog that's in front of me.
Oh yeah. All right,
Yeah.
roll your damage, and then I'm gonna add an extra 3 because it'll try to knock it off you. All right, so that'll take an extra 3 damage. Done. All right, and then you're readying an action. Okay, well, without any delay at all, the imp then attempts to heal. But as it does so, Patrick, you get to make your attack at your highest base attack now because you had the action
Oh.
readied.
All right. Cool. So I don't have to use the second one.
That'll hit. Okay, 4 plus another 3. All right. Oof. All right. Injured, but not quite dead. It is going to, again, attempt to heal. It heals 1 hit point. That was not ideal. Okay. The imp says, "No, it can't end like this. Listen, if you help me kill these dragons, I'll make you a deal. Yeah, I'll give you an imp's offering. It's a special reward. It's a special thing. It's a boon. Yes, a boon."
Why are you fighting these dragons?
Because they're assholes.
Well, there's that. Who are you working for?
No one. We were summoned here by wizards from the wizard's tower, as were they. The tiny little drakes seem to sort of hiss. They don't seem capable of. Well, actually, I think they do. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I know the imps do.
They should have at least Draconic.
Let's see. Look, not everything speaks Draconic, mate.
Well, no, but they're pseudo Drake.
My pet
See,
stones.
No, they do speak Common, Draconic, and Infernal. Okay, so the drakes say, "Do not heed this creature. It is a creature of pure evil and darkness and must be expunged from the world." Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. These creatures
Yeah,
are no
goes
help
without
to
saying.
anyone. They just take your food. They're more vermin than anything. You dare speak to us about vermin? Die, creature! We shall burn you to ashes.
I gotta say, you guys both sound a little bit like little assholes on both sides.
That's a bit
But
rude.
Hey, I'm an asshole too. So
All right. Well, the drakes are saying, "We shall not allow you to make a deal with this creature." And it
Oh,
charges.
Well,
All right.
great. Now we've lost our allies.
Does
we
anyone
weren't gonna make a deal with him.
does anyone wish to jump in front and protect the imp?
Oh, hell no.
No,
Fighter?
you guys.
No. Watch it. Oh, never mind.
All right, here we go. So the dragon comes through, little tiny drakes. Next dragon comes through.
This guy is getting nommed on.
He is definitely getting nommed on. And he dies. And they basically just rip him to pieces. At which point, the fight is over. The dragons look to you and say, "Do not trust the words of these imps. There is much to be done. Farewell!" And they fly into the sky like a little tiny swarm. You look to the sky above, and what you see is a sight that fills you with just this icky, horrible, dreadful feeling. The entire sky is darkened against the moonlight by flapping wings of hundreds of these imps and pseudo-dragons battling in the air. You also hear the sounds of the city in turmoil around you.
What the hell is going on?
Very
I-
good question.
don't know. I mean,
I want to find out what this is.
a lot of imps.
I'd have asked the dragon, but he was
They
off
ran
in the
off
sky like
quickly.
Dudley Do-Right.
I mean, he's right. Don't ever trust an imp, but the imp's also right. Those guys are kind of pretentious dicks a little bit. But he did mention something about the wizard's tower summoning them.
But summoning them both.
That
yeah,
makes no sense, unless the wizards are they fighting with each other for whatever reasons.
that's a possibility. Wizards do have a tendency to like to duke it out in times of turmoil.
Might be a good idea to make a trip to this tower.
You think it has anything to do with the smoke happening in the castle?
I'm not one to think that such things tend to be unrelated coincidences. I mean, the king is dead, there's smoke in the castle, and all of a sudden the sky is filled with
Well, actually, your characters
magical
don't know.
beings.
Your characters don't know the king is dead.
Oh, all right. Well, I thought someone cried out, "The king is dead! Long live the king!"
Yeah.
In the audio while you were asleep in the house.
Ah,
Okay.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Oh, did I hear it because I was outside?
It's probably a little bit soft for Fighter to hear. Like I said, this is kind of the first disturbance in your neck of the woods.
All right.
I heard someone say mow the weeds for the kink is in the rug. I don't know. It was too far away. I couldn't hear it.
all right. So we've got smoke at the castle and a sky full of demons and little dragons duking it out. I'm imagining there's probably some connection.
Quite possibly.
Which do we know? No, Dante. Which direction from here is the wizard's tower? I don't know if I know where that's at. Are you familiar?
Let me check the map real quick because I don't know if they have it on there or not.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. Okay.
Would the wizard's tower be at the academy? Or is there a different wizard's tower? Is that something that
we'll
Patrick
need
would
to
know?
ask the GM.
Or
on
as
this
a
one.
native of Korvosa, would I know?
Right.
Is it the Great Tower? Is that the wizard's tower?
Did we lose Dak?
Yes, you did. Sorry.
Would the
Darn
people?
I would
would
say-
the people that are from here know where it is?
Yes, you would. I would say roughly that. Well, let's start with some of the basics. Number one is that I believe that you would be looking for the University of Korvosa. Like straight up, that would be it. Which is currently in Cliffside on the I guess western, maybe southwesternish a little bit area down there. Next up is you would know that if you are a local to Korvosa, that you know that the imp and dragon problem is a part of just because they are a school that teaches wizards how to do stuff. A lot of wizards summon companions, but some of these summons don't necessarily go well. So they don't bind properly, or the wizards kind of lose control or whatever, and the imps and pseudo dragons that get summoned go fly out and live in the streets. They're like literally stray cats more than anything else.
This
So
is
they
a
are
lot
here.
more than that, though.
Yes, correct. It seems like something's like sort of shook the whole nest, as it were, and now there's
Right.
just, like it's raining blood, basically.
And so Padrig, as someone who was going to go to school to become a wizard, would probably definitely know that, I guess, in reference to the Wizard's Tower, then say, I mean, that's just kind of a general thing. It's like part of your first semester, summon a familiar. Some people are not very good at it. That's why they're all over the place like rats. I think it's probably going to behoove us to go investigate what that smoke is, because that may have stirred up the wild familiars, as it were, from around the city. I mean, usually they're kind of like pigeons. They're usually not out in this numbers unless something's.
Would there literally be that many?
Mm-hmm.
Most
There's a
likely
lot
over
of
the
people
years.
who are not really all that great in their early studies. I mean, I never got to do it myself, but I've read up on what's involved, and it's you gotta summon them, and then you gotta convince them to listen to you. The summoning is the easy part. The actual bonding with them is more difficult. And honestly, if they just don't like you for whatever reason, they'll bugger off. And unfortunately, there you get some unsavory people who tend to go study magic, and maybe you're not really a particularly noble person, but you think you are, and so you summon a pseudo dragon who thinks that you are not as honorable and will go off and leave you, or you are a shady guy and you summon an imp, but you're not shady enough for the imp. These are the sorts of things that happen. It's kind of why they're out and about. It's a big school. There's a lot of people that go.
Ridiculous. All right, I agree. Let's go to the castle to see what's going on for sure.
I mean, I'm sure we're not going to get in, but maybe we can get some information.
At least speak with the guards there. I know a few guys.
All right.
It's good. Good to have a name.
So, as you do so, let me just see if I can get this working. No promises. Here we go. Nope, that didn't work. Let's try one last thing real quick. And if it works, then huzzah! Go here. Yes, thank you. Now, for those of you who want to have a better idea of what the Korvosan skies happen to look like, then wonder no more. Yes, there we go. Okay. For they look like this. Actually, you know what? I can probably set this like this. There we go. All right.
Oh wow, crazy.
Dang.
That is terrifying.
All right, and for my lovely players, and for my lovely audience.
That seems like too much just for to me, it feels like it's too much for just that many familiars have run away or left their potential masters. Insane.
Oh yeah,
So
this
this
is
is why
this is over years, by the way. This is like not like
Yeah.
I'll be perfectly honest. This sort of reason is why I was planning on summoning a cat.
Nice. All right. Cool. So there you go. Back to that one there. All right. Now, as the sound of the city continues to rage around you, you hear a voice from not too far away. It is all turned to crap. Oh, woe is us. Who the hell is laughing?
What
The
happened?
eye of Grotus has turned its gaze from the boneyard, now stares verily upon the streets of Korvosa. Woe and despair!
Looks like we might have stumbled across one of those actor types.
The person in front of you seems to be a very strange, wild-haired man. He is very ill and sick-looking, emaciated and wearing tattered robes. Painted onto his flesh is what looks to be a moon with a skull on it. As he looks, he sees. Let's see. I'll have each of you roll a d20. And then I'll have chat roll me a d4, please. You can do this with a exclamation d4.
That stalled on that 20 for so long.
It did. All right. Let's see, what does chat go with? Chat rolls the d4, and we get a... Dun, 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 dun. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. That's okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen the chat move in a while.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine. If we don't get something from chat, I will roll it myself. That's fine. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and... All right, that is a 2. Quinn. Okay. So, none of you really realize what this is about. Yay, Mac then came in. Okay, we got a 2. All right, Quinn. This person moves towards you and says, "You. I've seen you in a dream. You came to me in a vision. Oh, I remember all the details. Yes, it was certainly you. You are nearing death. Sickness grips around you like a fog. The perils of Korvosa in its darkest hour are heralded by your presence."
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed. But there is only one way to make things right.
This is going to require spiritual healing and I have to pay $1 a candle.
No, he stabs you.
Wow. Did not see that coming.
Usually they just, ask for money.
Yeah, right?
Nah, this guy stabs you. just straight
Dude's a
up.
little loony.
Like, hey, you just,
Well,
just
he's
I
weak,
shoot him
so
twice.
it's just a nick, right?
knife goes in, guts come out. Knife goes in, guts come out. All right.
Man, that is quite the
Shoot
chant.
Oh, please no.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna re-roll that. I'm gonna hella re-roll that one.
Yeah, make it easier for me to want to kill him.
Yeah, he's not actually trained in using weapons, so he's actually not got that high of a to hit. Yeah, no, he's not gonna. Yeah, he's just gonna.
Oh my
gonna-
goodness.
Gonna fail on that one.
Where I just kind of brush the blade away and look at
Smack
him.
him on the side of the
suspiciously.
Actually, he makes a grave miscalculation, and as you smack the blade away,
Yeah.
Oh, you just killed a man.
Oh no.
Mama, just killed a man.
Put a knife against his neck. Swung my arm and now he's
Yeah, go on.
wrecked.
Wreck.
Wreck.
All right. Here we go. And let's see how he goes against his own attack. Yep, he stabbed himself in the throat. He is on 1 hit point, and he is bleeding out. Which means when it gets to his turn, he dies. As you've smacked it, it's sort of gone. He's tried to stab you in the gut, and you've sort of smacked it up, and it's gone.
I had nothing against you.
Herald of Death.
I walk on, ignore him, and keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Very well.
Come on, if he were a dog, you'd save him.
That's true. I am not denying that. He is a fool and tried to kill you for no reason.
No reason that we can discern. These religious nuts, I mean, they've got some sort of no motivation. I'm not saying that he should have tried to stab him, and I'm happy to let him bleed to death in the gutter myself. But, you know, I'm sure he's got a reason. It's just a really, really bad one.
You're not
Shall we
wrong.
keep-
Right. Is he coherent enough that I can say, if I attempt to tend to you, are you going to get up and try and kill me?
He bleeds out.
All right.
Look, when I said he's on 1 hit point and bleeding, that wasn't maybe he can have a bit of a chat. You know, it's yeah. Taking the time to ask him the question, he expires before he's able to give an answer.
I've got 20 questions for you on an ethical level.
No, I just didn't want to die personally.
He'll only
I was
answer
willing
one.
to help him.
All right. Bye, Varian. Have a good sleep. And oh my God, I've shuffled everyone again.
Good nights.
There we go. All right.
Oh, it's me this time.
All right. So, after dealing with the raving lunatic that Ayar Janasi vigorously murdered,
I mean, to be fair,
Come on,
you did
it's an
back it.
accidental murder.
yeah, that's true.
No.
That's true. Look,
Manslaughter at
look.
best.
On the scale of like murder hobo-iness, I would definitely put this on the lowest end of things. It was just very funny. It legitimately said grave mistake, and you crit yourself, and I was just like, okay. And he only had 9 hit points. There was no way he was a threat, but it was just very funny that it's just you will bring about the death of everything. See,
Starting with you.
do you see? I was right.
told you.
Prophecy. All right.
Bring about the death of everything. Exhibit A.
All right.
What we call a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yes, very true. Very true. All right. Now, as you are traveling through the streets of Korvosa, making your way towards the university in hopes of finding some answers, or at least believing that maybe there's some kind of connection to the university and the imps that are running around, though, you know, it's kind of tenuitive at best, you can see that there is a band of laborers rioting in the streets, mobs who are smashing through windows, and there's another small group that has set fire to a building, and you can see inside the burning building is a person begging for their life. The crowd snarls and yells out, "Die, dandy! Death to the false queen!"
Hi, Dandy?
Dandy is a derogatory term once used way back when as a insult to those of the aristocracy back in revolutionary France. The dandy,
Right.
for example, is someone who was unable to function as an adult in human society due to the level of privilege that they would be exhibiting. Considered to be soft or weak, they were called to be dandy, which is another derived word from the word of dainty, to be dainty, but to be a dandy. And dandy is a male insult, basically. Your dandy is a male.
Right, got you. This is the richer area of town then? All the houses are nicer, richer?
Richer? They're about upper middle class, yeah, in this area.
Okay.
You're in the area known as the Oh, you're in the Heights. You're in the Heights, so you know it's middle class area of the Heights. But there is a crowd here gathered around this poor guy's house, which they are burning.
Yeah.
Why are I grab someone and tap him on the back like, why are you killing this man? Trying to kill this person.
Okay, I will get into that in just a moment once I build our little scene here.
Hold please.
Hold please. Hold please. Map
Now,
loading.
I'm sure it doesn't matter for this, but weren't we heading towards the smoke and not the university? I thought we were heading toward the smoke.
Yeah, we were heading towards smoke.
You can head towards the smoke. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Right, okay.
I mean, the encounter is close enough to both.
Right, I figured it wasn't going to matter. Just wanted to make sure we were going to the right place.
Is he inside the house, trapped?
Yes. All right. Okay, here we go, and
Ooh.
there you go. It is on fire.
Why does that look like a noodle monster?
Probably is.
All right.
Okay, so
Map.
you don't have the map. All right, hold on. Let me
No.
share the map.
Yep.
There I
There you
have
go.
it. Thank you.
All right. So you gathered around, and again, you have you asked the question, why? What has this man done to you? Why are you trying to kill him? One of the people here turn and say, "Oh, don't you know? It's these people, their fault that all the wealth has been squandered away. The king, he used to look after us. The queen killed our beloved king. He was looking out for us, but now only their kind is going to benefit from our labors. Rise up. You don't look like you're the rich sort. You look like you're the hard-working sort. We need to make sure that when the queen takes over, that there's no one to support her. That this kingdom will belong to the people. Please help, I have a family."
And how do you know that this guy is going to oppress you? Like I didn't even know the king was dead, man. It's 4 a.m.
The king died. Well, you get told that the king died about at roughly an hour or two after sunset.
Okay.
That was during that time you were a little bit busy. But yeah, you're basically told the king died here, and this is kind of what happened. It was awful, and it wasn't like everyone just sort of went, "Oh well, king's dead. Everyone grab your pitchforks." There were times for meetings and gathering up their stuff, and you know what I mean. Like there was stuff. There were things in play, things at work.
Well, think about this for a second. If you set his house aflame and to kill him, the chances of that fire spreading to all the other homes in the area and eventually through most of the city could eventually get back to your people and people that you care about, and then you're killing them.
While Fido is speaking, I'm going to just push my way through the crowd, wrap my hand in my sleeve, and open the door.
I'm gonna
Okay.
follow.
So,
Or try to.
okay. So,
I will follow.
all right. Let's do this. So, as you enter, let me just.
I don't want to go in. I just want to open the door.
All right. So, first of all, to answer Fido's question of, like, how do you know that this person is? Oh, sorry. Who asked the, if this person is like one of?
Oh,
these?
that was me.
Yeah. Immediately
As
he
I was
says,
passing by.
he says, "Please, I have family. They're back in Cheliax. This is just our hovel in Korvosa."
Oh, Jesus.
Not helping your case, buddy.
Yeah.
That didn't help at all.
I don't wish
If you
to
wanna
die with
keep-
peasants.
I closed the door.
Changes the whole tune.
Did you make sure that you had no animals in there?
Wait, do you have a
Be my
dog,
guest,
sir?
go in and check. Do you have-
Does he have a dog?
Nice.
Let's find out if he has a dog.
Or animal of some sort?
He does.
Oh,
He does have an animal. Let's see here. One moment. I will tell you exactly what animal. He says, "Please,
Like a chihuahua.
please."
Is there any? Yeah.
He says, "Please, if you don't save me, you can't kill my beloved poopsikins."
oopsie kids.
Yes. Oh, my beloved poopsikins.
Is there anyone in the rioters who looks like they're kind of sort of in charge-ish, or lead
There-
rioter?
Oh yeah, there kind of is. Yeah, you can definitely see that.
So I'm gonna try and talk to him and say, listen, obviously this guy's worthless. Burning houses down, though, the thing with fire is it has a tendency to spread to places that you don't want fire to be. Now, really, the best way to deal with someone like this is not to burn them out. You go in, you grab them, you strip them naked, you tie them up, you carry them through the streets, and you throw them in the river. Get rid of them. Fine. Do what you want to. Ridicule them. Tar and feathers, it's a classic.
Damn.
This stuff, though, is going to burn everyone's houses down, man. This is not going to stay in control. We got to contain the fire and put it out.
They look at each other and they nod and they say, "Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah." Make a diplomacy check.
All right. Diplomacy. That's something I have absolutely no skill in. Awesome.
Oh no.
And
Oh, not horrible.
it's
pretty
pretty
hard.
middle of the road.
Pretty
But
middle of the road.
But being a flat roll, yeah.
All right. So they they go, "Yeah, okay, you make a good point." I mean, I don't want this to happen, but it's happening as they kick the door in and begin to put out the flames. They drag this dude out into the streets, and well, I'm going to fade to black here as to what happens to this poor guy. Condoned by my team.
I'm gonna stop them and say, look, he's clearly an asshole.
That's a bit rude, madam. I do not know you.
No, but I know you slightly, and to know you slightly is to know you well.
That is not.
Too well.
That is not accurate.
And look, I can let them do what they like. Do you want to keep interrupting me?
Well, I mean, so far you've just called me a bit of an asshole.
right.
You're not helping me at all, madam.
Do you
And in
see?
fact-
If
in
you
fact,
let
I-
him live, he has to live with his own personality and what it brings for the rest of his life. See what I'm saying? That should be punishment enough, shouldn't it?
Make a diplomacy check.
All right. Oh, for the love of Pete. And I have a
no.
+6 too.
We fade to black.
Oh my god.
He's just
wait.
that much of an ass.
Can I use my hero point for Quinn?
No.
Damn. Let's try.
You've already been using your freaking channel points for him. So no. All right. So, yeah, these guys.
I can't watch.
Yeah, no, I don't think I can either. So yeah, this guy dies. Let's just go from there. Now, do you guys wish to search the smoldering embers of the house for his pet?
Yeah, he said he had family.
Yes.
What's the dog's name? Or the animal? We don't even know what it is.
It was Poopsikins.
Poopsikins. That's right. The name was Poopsikins. I'm like, Poopsikins.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna search the house for money because I don't have any, and
You're horrible.
Sure. You begin to search the house for money.
Well, it's dead people don't need it.
exactly very practical.
Roll me a percentage check.
Percentage. All right, so I need to grab 2d10s, right?
Yeah. No, you right click on the D10 and then
yeah.
it should give you the option there.
Oh, hang on. Let me try this. Right click. Oh yeah, percentile. There we go.
Nice. All right.
Oh.
You find 80 silver
Wow.
worth of materials. Just here, cutlery, rich gemstones, necklaces. Yeah, this guy's rich. You know, like you find a decent stash that you can just pocket.
I have a feeling this man's death is going to come back and haunt us, so.
We'll deal with it when it comes.
All right. You find
I don't really feel any sympathy for him. I know the type.
in the center of this house, you actually see that there is an interior garden. You know how like some houses have that little cutaway courthouse, courtyard in the center of the actual house itself with glass that sort of reaches upwards. And standing in the center of this glass sort of chamber is a beautiful, resplendent creature.
Oh no.
Is it furry or feathered?
Is that a
Feather.
griffin?
Oh no.
It is not a griffin.
Scaled?
It is not a griffin.
What?
The creature
is
that stands before you is a proud member of the raptor race. It is a hippogriff.
Oh boy.
Oh,
How marvelous.
that looks more deadly than what I remember hippogriffs looking like.
That's because you'll remember the Harry Potter one.
No, actually, I remember them different before that.
They were different. They were a lot prettier. Now,
looks
now, super quick. I would like for anyone who who comes from Korvosa to make me just a general perception check.
All right, general perception check. That is in skills, perception. Remarkably bad.
Okay, not bad.
So everyone but
Win.
Oh. Well, wait a minute. It would
I
be the
have a
same, though.
Question on if I can do a check on how their demeanor normally is.
You can make a nature check for that one. Fido, do you have your perception check?
I'm not native to Korvosa. I thought you said
right,
that
yes,
was.
no, that's right. Never mind. Yep. Okay, so Quinn, you are the only person who knows this. First of all, hippogriffs are a sign, are a very important sign in Korvosa. Mostly because they are the riding mounts of the Honorable Knight Guard of Korvosa, known as the Sable Company Marines.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, this guy, the guy that just got lynched, was probably a Sable Company Marine Knight.
Yeah. Who said it? We're gonna get bit in the ass later.
That's true.
I
all right.
believe that was me.
All right.
To be fair, I told them to just like throw him out of the city, not to actually.
Oh, I don't know. I feel
murder
like I feel like there was mention of like waterboarding or drowning them in a river and
him.
hanging
Well, like,
and
toss
hanging
him in
them.
the river and tar and feather, not hanging, not killing you. Drive him around my town.
I suddenly got this strong pinch in my rear end.
All right. So here's what you know. Here's what you know about hippogriffs. Proud and graceful creatures bearing the magnificence of a raptor and the power and the docility of a horse. Hippogriffs are thought to be the accidental fusion of such creatures, but perhaps the results of flesh-warping wizards with keen aesthetic sense. Regardless of their original source, these animals are now a common sight in the skies above their favored plains, hills, or countrysides. In this case, it is a common sight above the city itself. Hippogriffs bear the wings, forelegs, and head of a bird of prey, with the feathered coloration similar to that of a hawk or an eagle. Though some breeders have managed to produce specimens with stark white or coal black feathers, there are also signs of those with multicolored featherations as well. Their torsos and hindquarters and tail resemble that of a black pinto or even palmino coloration from the equine family. Hippogriffs are similar to size to a large horse, much like their equine cousins. Hippogriffs have often to keep a wary eye on the skies above them, as both are preferred meals of hungry griffins and wyverns. Only hippogriffs' superior speed helps them against predation. They are exceptionally territorial and fiercely protect the lands under their domain. They typically favor sweeping grasslands, rolling hills, and prairies. Exceptionally hardy hippogriffs make their homes nestled into niches on canyon walls, from which they comb the rocky deserts for coyotes, deer, and the occasional humanoid. Hippogriffs prefer mammalian prey, but graze after every meal to aid in digestion. Since hippogriffs' hunting habits can be dangerous to both ranchers and their livestock, such communities often set boundaries on hippogriffs as a result, preserving hippogriffs Preserved hippogriffs frequently decorate frontier taverns and remote outposts along taxidermied remains of deer, elk, and bear. However, other communities train hippogriffs from hatchlings to be ridden by elite soldiers of combat. The most notable among these groups in the Inner Sea region is the Sable Company Marines in the city-state of Korvosa. Attempts are sometimes made to train adult hippogriffs in the same manner, but this often proves far more difficult. Hippogriff riders must use special saddles and combat techniques that allow them to act in concert with their mount, fighting effectively while avoiding interfering with their mount's movement and wings.
Okay.
Do I see any hippogriff tack anywhere?
That was
Like
a
the-
lot of information.
That was long
Yep.
story short. This
It's a trained animal.
is a trained mount. Yeah. And
Yeah.
and
Do I see the tack, the saddle, and the bit and stuff anywhere?
Let's roll a investigation. That'll be a good one. You're investigating the area. Oh.
1 second.
I have investigation up here.
Yeah, I'm looking. It's probably
Are you thinking D&D?
I thought there was
believe
investigation.
so.
Is there no investigation? Maybe I am
No.
thinking D&D.
No, there's
Yeah.
not.
Perception probably is collected for it.
Very well. Then I'd probably go with perception again.
Is it just her or
Because she's the one looking, just her for now.
all right?
All
I'm sorry.
No, go on.
I was gonna ask, how does the hippogriff visibly look right now? Does it look like it's
Healthy,
nervous,
happy,
scared?
fat. Yep.
Oh, okay. It doesn't
It's
look
not-
like it's scared or freaking out.
No. Well, I mean, it sees you and it's just like, it's kind of side-eyeing you quite heavily.
Okay.
The fire was not distressing, or had not reached this part of the house yet, or
No, it reached this part of the house. You can see that the hippogriff. It's not panicked. It's not on alert. It's not relaxed. It is on alert.
Well-trained war animal.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
All right, but it is watching you very carefully. Quinn, you do manage to find some hardtack for the hippogriff. It's like sort of like these beef cube type things.
I'd like to try to approach it in a animal training sort of way, how I would approach an animal that I am beginning to train.
I passed the beef cubey things to Fido.
Okay.
He's more
I'm
skilled.
gonna take a position outside, kind of making sure no one comes in because I don't really want to be near this thing. It makes me a little uncomfortable.
Good call. All right. You make your way outside, and the rest of you are in with this creature. Now, keeping in mind, it is effectively in a glass cage or case at the moment.
Right. Okay. So what I want to do is basically mark it as hunted prey for the time being, because that'll give me a bonus to perceive it, and survival checks I may need to track it, and also will give me bonuses with recalling knowledge about it and anything of that nature. So basically, to try to you'll get into the mindset of the animal, so I know how to best approach it, and kind of watching its movements and see how it's reacting and moving, and imagining that it's, because it is a predator, not making myself look like I'm trying to attack it, but also not showing that I'm afraid of it.
Okay. I'm going to give you a perception check here.
Okay. Should I roll it on the hippogriff, or doesn't work for that? Okay, never mind. All right, 16.
Okay, so 16. So the hippogriff, you needed a 16. All right, so you can tell that the hippogriff is, again, trained war mount. Its wings kind of arcing back. It's ready for a fight.
All right.
Mostly because it knows it knows what fire means. It knows that it was under attack, and you've kind of shown up. It also saw the other people come in and drag its rider out into the street.
Right.
So your instinct is that this creature is raring for a fight. And as someone who knows how to train things, there are definitely some moments where you look at a situation and you're like, it's going to attack. Like, if I do this, or if I approach this way, it'll aggravate it. Right now, its primary goal is to try and save its rider.
Okay.
Fido, can you gentle him?
He's worked up right now. He knows that his rider is in danger. Or
I'd say a bit beyond that.
and I don't want to let it out or release it now, because it's going. We should probably. I'm going to take. Is there food? Does it have food in there? Is there like any? You said hardtack. You gave it to me before, but is there any food around the outside of the place it's in?
There's some grass and the like, but it needs meat, obviously.
Right.
There isn't any, but it looks like it's again. It looks like it's been reasonably fed. Like, a creature this size missing a meal or two isn't like the be all end all. You know what I mean? Like.
Right. But knowing that a lot of animals can be strongly food motivated, that's kind of where I'm looking to show that I'm not here to harm.
You know that doesn't work on combat trained war mounts.
All right. So, So we should just let it be for the time being. Let it calm down. Let some time pass. It should be okay in here. as long as we do make sure that the fire is completely out and any smoldering embers are extinguished as well.
It seems unlikely that anyone would take him. He's able to defend himself and prevent that.
Not any of the people in the streets for sure.
I was just thinking we could use some brownie points if we're going to be approaching the castle. I suppose we could direct people here.
Yeah. All right. I don't think there's anything we can do for Poopsiekins right now.
All right.
All right.
But I will go and I'll the hardtack that she gave me, I'm going to kind of without approaching too close to it, I'm going to kind of toss it within reach of the bars for it.
There's no bars. It's a glass wall.
Oh, I was misinterpreting. Okay, there's like no. Okay,
We're in a courtyard with a glass ceiling, right?
No,
So
okay,
it
so
can't
it's
fly
like
away.
the courtyard itself is encased in glass.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically it has full reign of the courtyard, can't come into the house because of the glass wall that's there. But it doesn't feel like he's in a cage because it's glass, and he's also part bird, and birds don't see glass as well.
So, and the only way to get anything to him would be to have to open up a door to go inside, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then, yeah.
Which, given that that's what you want to do, I would say that it'd be very easy for like Quinn to come near the glass, and it would kind of charge and rush the glass, but stop just beforehand and sort of like kick up its feet and like create some dust, flap its wings, and it'll follow you away from the nearby door where Fido can then just open it and toss in some rations before closing it. That would be an easy enough maneuver for you to do this.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay. All right. After feeding a small measure of food to the hippogriff, once again you take your leave. Patrick, you are outside, and again the rioters have moved on, but the sounds of anarchy continue to ring throughout the entire city. It's even getting louder, and you can actually see, like, from a few streets down, some people breaking into shops and, like, stealing stuff and running off.
I'm inclined to let people, as long as they're not trying to burn the city down, do what they will. I'd like to make our way to where we're trying to get to with as little contact with the mob as possible, because, well, there's no reasoning with them. Once the mob gets going, they're going to get going, and you just want to stay out of their way.
Nope, that is true enough.
I call Ken close to my side and give him a little treat and some scritches and whisper down to him, stay close.
All right.
What a mess. This guy was a Marine? Wow, he must have been a terrible one.
He was a fool.
All right. Making your way northwards towards the northward? Making your way downtown, walking fast. Yeah, northward, yep. You are making your way towards Castle Korvosa. As you do so, there is a sorry sight that greets you. As you see, there we go. All right. You see in front of you a town guard leaning against a wall, slovenly and clearly drunk.
Anyone I know?
Not overly. He doesn't look like he's a very important guard or anything like that. As you approach, he's kind of like leaning on the wall, and then vomits to one side.
I'll move forward.
Oh, actually,
a
do you have
little
knowledge?
bit.
Do you have any kind of? Do you have a society check that you can make?
I do.
Yes, you can make me a society check if you wish to figure out who this person is.
Oh, fun.
21. Is that good enough?
Oh, that is good enough. All right. Well, you know this as the very well-liked watch sergeant named Grau, Grau. Now he is he is beloved because he has always been kind, always been caring, and always looked after the people of Korvosa. But the state you see him in is heartbreaking. He just leans over and like you can see his eyes are swollen and red from like tears.
I move forward. Growl. Growl.
Oh, I just
What sees you in such a state? What's happened?
Is that you? Neffy, I just needed to rest for a little while. He vomits again.
Growl. Let's see if we can get you cleaned up. Can you tell me what's happened? Why have you drunk yourself stupid?
I couldn't do anything.
What
do you mean?
happened?
He says, just everything was taken from me. The woman I loved, my master, and I just wanted to find some peace and quiet with the god. And then, when the king died and the riot started, I'm just not cut out for this. I'm so tired. I want to go back to Sandpoint. I want to go home.
What were you asked to do?
He looks up and he says, I am supposed to protect the people here. But how do I protect the people from themselves? I saw a man get lynched just down the road. The Sable Company Marine. One of the good ones.
That sounds
Sir
terrible.
Lathlane. Oh God, the things they did to him. Bleh.
Pull yourself together, man. There are people out here and they do need your help. Does anybody have water? I'll fumble around. I must have some sort of water
I've got
skin.
some water.
All right. As you splash on his face, I'm going to get you guys to make a medicine check just to see how he takes to being splooshed in the face.
Oh.
As you hit him in the face with the water.
I don't think I hit him in the face. I don't think I hit him anything.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's
That was-
gonna pour water on the ground.
That was my lamp oil. I apologize. I grabbed the water.
Oh,
All right.
my
As you
goodness.
Quinn, that's my whiskey.
It's like, is this why do you have tar?
Is that acid?
Someone is getting tarred and feathered today. All right. So as this happens, you splash him in the face with water, and he goes, "What are you doing?" Now I'm miserable and wet.
But hopefully you're also a bit more sober.
That's not how sobriety works.
I don't know. I
Oh,
can't get drunk.
I just
Wow.
he looks quite angry. Yes.
Do I know who his superior is?
Yes. Let's say it's a Field Marshal Cressida Croft.
If Marshal Croft came by and saw you like this, what do you think that the marshal would think?
Make a diplomacy check. There are going to be penalties because he is quite upset.
$16.
Nice.
All right, 16. Your target number is 16.
Woo!
He says, I don't know. He looks a little bit indignant more than anything else, but he is listening instead of flying off the handle.
The people in this town look up to you. They love you because you take care of them. And now, on a night when they need you more than anything, you can't. I understand why you might want to just disengage, but you can't.
This is why you took this position, to help people. And you can't do that in your present state, can you?
Is there anything we can do for you?
He says, I don't know. You look at him and you kind of think maybe one thing you might be able to do is take him to the fortress. It is called Citadel Volshnek, where his fellow guards might be able to watch him over the night.
Okay.
Is that en route
It's
to where we're going?
It's a little out of the way.
That's fine. It's worth it. Do you guys mind?
No, let's get him.
That's on there.
We're looking to get information from guards anyway. I think bringing one of them in for comfort and getting him off the street and into bed might actually help us get some questions answered more than just wandering around the city.
Come on, Growl. And I put my shoulder under one of his arms and do that drunk man drag.
Yeah.
I'll go on the other side and assist.
We're going to take you home.
All right. He grabs on to the back of your shoulder, and he says, "I think I threw up."
You
I
might
think
have.
you did too.
You take him and make your way very slowly towards the what do you call it?
Citadel.
The Citadel, Volshnik. Yes, that's the one.
Bullshit.
Volshnik. Ignore
It's
that.
kind of fun to say.
It is. It is very fun to say.
Vorschnik.
All right. As you make your way there, you find yourselves confronted by a couple of guards who yell out, "Halt! Come no closer!"
Hey, we've got Grau here. He's
Not feeling well.
not feeling well. Looks like he just kind of needs a bed for the night.
Growl?
Can you look after him?
Growl! Oh, thank you for bringing him back. What a
It's
state.
the least we could do. Yeah, what's going on? Seems to be a lot of unrest in the city tonight.
A couple of the guards take Growl away. And he looks around. And as he does, the guard says, look, I appreciate what you've done here, but if I were you, I'd find some place to lay low.
Why? What's going on?
He says, each of you need to roll me a d20.
What's a D20? Why do I
That's
have
a
to roll
really,
Is that really
really
what he
odd
said?
statement.
Yes, exactly that. It's a very oddly
Yay.
specific request.
Glorious low rolls.
Wow.
Glad this isn't a combat right
Amazing.
now.
As
Not
if it
gonna-
would make a difference.
You are not wrong. Okay.
That's a lot of twos.
Yeah, it is.
We should get a bonus for that.
Get a bonus from all our twos.
Mhm.
All right, here we go. Okay. Sorry, there's a whole other section on this information. Rumors. Here we go. All right, so first D20, what do we get?
There are 3 2s and an 8.
3 2s and an 8. All right.
That one of us rolled above a 10.
All right.
Hopefully,
Yes.
this is one of the low roll is better, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to
this is
get
the
above
best
a
one.
10 on this.
Did
Okay.
we just TPK ourselves?
No.
For Holly, who's still back in the place.
So
Yeah, we just couldn't wake her up.
what you know is that the king has died, and there's a certain mystery that that surrounds it. We believe that King Eodred did not die of old age. He was made sick and murdered by someone he trusted. My money is on the castle's seneschal, Neolandus. He fled Korvosa. Oh, sorry, there are rumors of him fleeing Korvosa. And what was the other one? That was 2228. Another says there's also a serial killer that used to operate in the streets. Some folks believe that the anarchy came about because he has started his work yet again, the key lock killer. He killed 9 people who had locked themselves in their houses back in 4797. They say 7 of the 9 had ties to nobles. They opposed the arbiters, and the key lock killer was on the arbiters' payroll. I think that perhaps someone is going out and encouraging the mobs to seek out important people and have them quietly killed.
That would be consistent with what we've seen.
So if I were you, I would let this rest. There is no light of hope here. The gods are going to do their best until morning. But hopefully by then, the queen will have some idea of what she wishes to do.
Have you heard any of the rumors from the lessers of the city?
First of all, a bit rude.
Commoners. I meant to say commoners. I'm sorry.
The lessers of the city. Jesus.
I meant to say commoners. I
Yes,
realized
yes,
I said that was really bad.
Meanwhile, those 6 guys that were walking by, it's like, yeah, man, we can't believe we got that noble, and it's like the lessers of the city, and they all look at you, and they're just like, that one.
I take like 5 giant steps back away from fight.
We don't know this guy at all. We don't know his
Get
name.
that guy. Yeah. Okay. So
He's from out of town.
I'm being possessed. Yes, the lessers. I'm being.
all right.
I think he means the people who lease things. You know, the renters,
Yes, the
lessors.
The guard is not impressed at your turn of phrase, but as an automaton, you're probably very curt about the whole thing.
Man, there you go. Sounds good to me.
He says, there are many things that have angered the people. And God knows that I think some of them are right, but this is not the way to go about gaining justice.
Some of them believe that the queen has killed her husband, the king, so that she can gain control and is planning on ruining the city.
The queen mourns just like everyone else. There are people that right now banging on the gates of Castle Korvosa, expecting answers, demanding to see the queen, when she is still stricken.
It seems there's a very intricate plot that is behind all of this, and I think a lot of the hearsay in the streets are because of it as well.
And
Some
get
truth
anything
needs to be
about
found.
that. I'm going to point up to the sky that is still swarming with drakes and imps. That's not usual. I mean, you run into these guys in alleys and stuff every once in a while, especially around the academy. But this is connected, you think, or
I think
about it?
They have definitely been riled up, but this is not something that we haven't encountered before. They do tend to be a bit more aggressive, especially when there's a great deal of noise and commotion, which, well, quite clearly there is. But listen, you all seem like you are wanting to help. Maybe if you can, see if you can help at the castle. I know that their guards aren't as numerous as the ones that are here, and the Lord knows the Sable Company Marines are doing their best, but they could use all the help they can get there.
We're happy to help. I mean, is there any letter or token that you could give us to take if we just show up and say, hey, we want to help, so that they don't shoot us?
Oh no, I am but a humble guard. And then Field Marshal is not here at the moment. She is also busying herself trying to keep the peace. I'm sure that dressed as in the manner in which you are and armed as you are, they would be foolish to turn away such help.
Understood. I may know a few. We were headed that way.
Yep. All right.
Well, safe travels.
Thank you.
They turn around. They tend to growl, taking him in and making sure that he is okay.
Well, sounds like we got a direction to go.
Yes.
Agreed.
Bit more information, but I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
I'll start heading in that direction.
Yep.
Very well.
Onward to the castle.
All right. You begin to make your way again. This time, directly towards where the castle reaches. As you do so, something strange seems to be up ahead. It looks as though the street itself is kind of roiling. Like the actual street itself has a kind of a bubble in it.
Ugh.
Can I cast detect magic?
Yes, you may. As you cast detect magic, there is no signs of any magic on the area.
Okay.
Hmm.
A little weird, not magical.
You continue to move, and you can see that there's another one further up ahead.
Does my knowledge of Korvosa know of anything like, I don't know, giant burrowing earthworms or something? Would is there any rumors or anything of creatures that live beneath the city?
Alligators
Society
in the
check.
sewer.
Society check.
Yes. God damn it. Hold on, sorry, 1 second. I have my phone has disconnected. And the chat is and the thing is broken, but that's okay. We are just about to wrap up, but yes, society check if you would be so kind.
Is there a
I
history
don't
of
suppose I can help.
All right, that just kind of rolled and disappeared. So I guess I didn't roll it well enough, which is a shame because it was a 17.
There we go. All right.
And that one's a 10.
Ah,
Ouch.
garbage. Ah, that is a travesty. Okay. No, there is nothing to your recollection that could explain or account for this.
Do I see anything odd?
The bubble is pretty odd.
Yeah.
A little bit more insight on that is that you can probably tell that it is coming from from underneath. Something looks like it's coming from underneath where the sewers are, rather than, like, it doesn't look like someone's like been using earth shape or magic or something like that. Looks like something's trying to punch its way through.
it's the actual dirt itself, right?
Yeah. It's the earth and stone and bits of cobblestone.
Is it heaving, like throbbing kind of thing as well, or?
You can hear kind of something heavy moving.
Oh, I kind of half hate to do this, but I'm curious. I'm gonna walk up to the royal
Mm-hmm.
and kind of lay my hand on it to see if there's any heat coming from it.
I'm gonna tell Fido that's probably a bad idea.
I'm sure it is.
No sooner than he says this, you feel a warmth that seems to come from it, as well as a foul, acrid smell. And as this happens, the ground trembles and breaks. A horrifying stench erupts from below as you are flung backwards from the bubble.
God, one of these things.
Oh, there I am in the air. You see me?
Yep.
Hey.
All right.
There I go.
What?
Yeah.
You remember we're level 2, right?
What? Maybe. All right. As the streets crack open and the fissures appear, the road bursts upwards, casting chunks of rock into the air, which rains down upon our allies. The stench of sewer filth and garbage belches forth and heralds the approach of a large and hungry Otyugh. Drawn by the sounds of chaos and noise from the world above, this Otyugh at least, sees its first meal.
What? No.
All right.
Apparently, it's iron deficient.
That was bad.
All right. And
Hey,
with the
that should make
arrival-
it easier to.
And with the arrival of this great and terrifying beast, we will end our session here. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming and joining us today. I hope that you guys had a great time. Sorry it was a little bit slower today. It's been a bit of a juggle at the moment with Fantasy Grounds and Zoom and all of that, just because some of the stuff is not working. So I do apologize. It is not my best tech game today, but thank you so much for being a part of it. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope you guys had fun. There were a lot of really, really cool little encounters that I think you guys got to deal with. Some of them great, some of them hilarious. Let's do a quick round of memorable moments just to share some of our favorite times here. And yeah, we'll then go and raid someone. So starting us off, Padrig, memorable moment for today.
Hey, I successfully got some people to put a fire out and not have the city burned down.
That's
Hey.
very true. That's very true. By the way, I'm gonna
they may have also lynched someone.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna go back and see what you actually asked
Doctor
them.
at work.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and
Yeah.
actually see what you asked them to do because I honestly can't remember exactly, but I was like,
Throw him in the river, tar and feather. Yeah.
Tar and feather, run them out of town.
Run them out of town. Yeah. I could have sworn there was a hanging one in there somewhere, but maybe that was just me
I
mishearing.
don't think I said hanging.
But I was like, yeah, okay, cool. They're like, it's like, yeah, like, well, why should we burn him? Let's make him suffer. And they did,
I was trying to get more for the ridicule, embarrass, and run out of town, and he's gone, right? But yeah, well, he's gone more permanently.
No, absolutely.
Oops.
Quinn, memorable moment.
Well, the Autog. I was sort of hoping it was sewer gas building up, but no. That was memorable. The whole session, it was just sort of one event right after the other. It was kind of a fun night.
Yeah, it was like just kind of like these activities to kind of keep you going, which I enjoy when stuff like that happens. Fido, memorable moment.
Oh gosh, what wasn't memorable? I think my no, I don't know. Yeah, trying to figure out what's going on. There's a lot happening in the city. All these different things going on. The puzzles, yeah, with everything happening, and just trying to be as neutral as possible because I don't know what is what or who's on what side and that sort of thing. That was pretty intriguing because I don't know where to go, what to do. Is just kind of all over the place. And of course, how we were. I think we were working together as a party, pretty good tonight too, with most of it.
I think it was a really nice group cohesion. I was gonna say I liked the bit with the hippogriff as well, like being able to like kind of have that little interaction was quite nice. Because the thing is that a lot of people get into their mindset that like when you have a wild animal you can simply train it. I love the idea that like well no, it's a combat trained warhorse. It's like would you like it if your animal companion just suddenly just flew off with someone else because they made a skill check? Of course not. So it's kind of like I like that moment where it's like well no you don't succeed, but at the same time you get given the privy to why that didn't succeed. So the thing is like well no, this thing is currently agitated, its master's in danger, there is no way for you to calm this thing down right now because it's trained to go and help him right now. Just as like in the same event your like Kane would definitely go to your aid if it were in the same situation.
Right.
Yeah, because that's like I love animal companions, and I think they're very useful and awesome for games. Dante, last but not least, what was your memorable moment for today?
Quinn killing a man, but not actually killing them at the same time
The mad
because of their
cultist.
He
failed.
commits suicide.
Yeah, suicide by Quinn, death by Quinn.
You smack the blade.
Yeah, that was. I'll admit that was kind of funny. That was kind of cute. But yes, he did. Like in actuality, he did kill himself. He was a mad cultist. And for those of you who saw the imagery of what was painted on his chest, it was actually a symbol of Gorum. Sorry, not Gorum. Grodius. Grodius is the god of nihilism. So everything is bad. It's the doomsayers, the end of the world, blah 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 blah. So he was
Really, that's the way he would have wanted to go.
yeah, pretty much.
Well, and he predicted it. So
he
that was
did.
nice.
Yeah, he did.
He did very much predict it. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end. Oh, my memorable moment. What was my memorable moment? I think it was that poor imp that got lynched. It was like, quick, we can make a deal. No. and then he just gets
yeah,
eaten up.
just get
Just like, well,
nommed.
Yeah, okay, I guess. Yeah, that was kind of funny. I like that. All right. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. I hope that you guys had a wonderful time. We are not... Oh, we might be streaming tomorrow. We'll see. I might do a world build stream tomorrow. We'll see what my mood's like. Wednesday, we're back with Hero Forge, where we're going to be joined by Robert Hartley. And then Friday, we're going to be back with Sirens and Silver. Yay! More pirate adventures. I'm so sorry about that series, like being so sporadic with time, but we are doing our best to keep everyone's schedules. But yeah, look forward to that because that'll be a lot of fun. Thank you for joining us once again, everyone. Do stick around for the raid so you earn those big dag dollary dues that you can use to influence our games. And as always, from me to you, game hard or die trying. Bye, everyone.
Bye.